Hello, this is Sweet June 2010. How's everybody doing? Um, I just want to take the time to thank my subscribers, um, my 43 subscribers. I don't have very many, but I thank you for subscribing to my page. I really appreciate you subscribing to my page, and I'm so glad you enjoy my videos. I try to come on here. I don't like to get on here and just rant and rave about random stuff. I like to talk about what I'm passionate about, and I hope to. What my hope is, what my goal is for my channel is to enlighten people. I want to enlighten you. I'd like to also get a little witness into you, um, and I like to entertain you as well. I mean, if I can get a little entertainment in there and entertain you, make you laugh a little bit, hey, that's great too. That's an extra plus. So I just want to say thank you to you guys for subscribing to me, and I really appreciate that you enjoy that. I'm glad that you enjoy my videos, and hopefully I can get some more good videos out. And love you guys, and hoping that you having a good weekend. I don't celebrate the holidays, but you know what I mean. I hope you guys are having a good day and gonna have a good weekend. Um, with that being said, um, I want to talk about. I've been seeing a lot of. I mean, like I read the blogs and everything, and I look at a lot of videos on YouTube. I try to figure out what's the consensus of most of the things that people are talking about, and I get ideas, as to what I want to discuss on my videos sometimes, um, um, and I just kind of figure I gotta look at what people are talking about, and particularly in the black community and stuff like that. And I noticed some videos on here where in blogs, where black men are always making comments about, always saying that black women are mad because um, when we see a black man with a white woman, when we see a black man with a white woman, we get upset. They think that we get upset when we see um, a black, when we see them, when we see a black man dating a white woman. And that is a good question, and so what I'm want to talk about in this video. Um, do black women have a problem with seeing black men with white women? Good question. Let's talk about it. This started with would be an interesting topic to talk about. Um, and I'm pretty much gonna, talk about, give you what my take is on it and everything, and how I have talked to other black women and looked at seen other black women comment in the blogs and everything, and how they feel about the situation as well. Um, to be honest, I think that um, I don't know the stats. It would be hard for me to compile stats on how many black women. I would have to take a lot of polls and surveys and things like that. So it would be hard for me to get stats on something like that. But um, I think that a lot of black women, judging by most of the black women that I know personally, and what I read on the blogs, and looking at some of the videos and stuff like that, I think it would be safe to say that most black women, or a lot of black women, I don't think have a problem with seeing black men with white women. Um, for one thing, it's commonplace. You know, it's commonplace for one thing. You know, I think years ago when I first started seeing it, when I first started seeing it. I was younger, and I first started seeing it, and it started to become a little bit often for me. I think I might have had a little bit of a problem with it, because I kind of felt rejected or something like that, when I was younger, you know. Um, but now it's so commonplace that, I'm so used to seeing it anymore. You know, it doesn't phase me really. I'm just so used to seeing it. Um, but most black women that I know don't have a honestly don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think what um black women, I'm gonna tell you what black women have a problem with. It's not the fact that the black men are dating the white women if within itself. It's the fact that, first of all, black men have the tendency to lower their standards when they get with white women because, um, throughout history, black women, we've been told, throughout history, black women are deemed less attractive, and our features back in the day, our features were considered ugly, having big butts and full lips and things like that, which are natural features for a black woman, but they were considered ugly on us. But now other races of women, particularly white women, want to get those same features to the point to where they're having surgery or whatever to get those features, or injections to get those features, and those features are considered attractive on them. So throughout history, white the white man put the white woman up on a pedestal and said that she was the epitome of beauty, and of course we were looked at as ugly and not less attractive, and our features were ugly and all that kind of stuff. I mean, every black person over the age of 30 knows that. I mean, that's throughout history. I mean, the history of this country, that white black women were deemed less attractive, and we still are in a sense. We're still considered less attractive, which to me can't be further than the truth. I mean, I'm me personally. I always say I refuse to be brainwashed. I refuse to be brainwashed. I will not be brainwashed, and I know better. I know that black is beautiful. I know that we have a lot of beauty in our race, and I think beauty, um, beauty. There's beautiful people in all races. Okay, let me go ahead and put that out there. There's beautiful people in all races. But the thing is, historically, and I'm not speaking on opinion. I'm speaking on facts. These are not opinions; they're facts. Historically, I mean, white women were deemed, and it's still that way. When you look at the media, and when you look at the media, and you look at a lot of, they have a lot of white women in the media, and and all that kind of stuff, and black women are not as it's a little better now than what it used to be, but we didn't like the fact that the white man put the white woman up on a pedestal and said she was the epitome of beauty and all that. We didn't like it, but we could have accepted, even more or less kind of understand it in a sense, because after all, that was his own race of women. But it adds insult to injury when your own race of men have adopted that same attitude. When you get a good percentage of your own men, that, I'm not saying all black men, but a good percentage of your men, black men, that are pretty much doing the same thing. They're putting the white women up on the pedestal and trying to say black women are um, less than, basically trying to say we're less than, less attractive, less uh, not less beautiful, less this, less that. We have attitudes, and this is wrong with us, that's wrong with us, and all that. And it's a good portion, a good percentage of black men out there that are doing that, that are saying those things. All you have to do is just look at the videos, a lot of videos on YouTube, and you're hearing, and I'm not gonna say no names, but you're hearing a lot of black men, they're putting us down. They're, saying that we have bad attitudes, that we're ugly, and all this kind of stuff. We're fat, and all these kind of things. Well, with that being said, um, they have the tendency to lower their standards when it comes to white women. The things that they find unacceptable with us, they find acceptable with them. And so I think that's a lot of the problems that a lot of black women have with that. It's like, why would you lower your standards if you don't want a fat black woman? Why would you go and get a fat white woman? Not trying to talk about anybody. That's not the point of my video, but I'm just saying. Um, I think that's one issue. Another issue is that I know me personally, and I've talked to a lot of black women, and I've looked at a lot of blogs and videos, and a lot of black women feel the same way. We have an issue with black men getting with white women and putting us down. You get with white women and you put us down, and you berate us. You say that, and usually they typically say all of us. They don't say some or whatever. They typically say we're all. Well, a lot of black men. I've seen a lot of videos where black men have said, I just simply will not date black women no more because A, B, and C. And and we don't. It's like, how can you do that? I mean, how can you put down a whole race of women? When common sense should tell you that not all black women are the same. You got good and bad people in every race. And at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. At the end of the day, a woman is a woman. And, you got good and bad people in all races. And there's a lot of good black women out here. And so it's like, they get with a white woman and they put us down, and they say we have bad attitudes, we're this and we're that, based on a few experiences that they probably had with black women. And that's what I have a problem with, and that's what a lot of black women have a problem with. It's like, if you want to date a white woman, if you want to be with a white woman, that's fine. But don't trash us and talk about us to justify your reasons for being with that woman. Because first of all, you're supposed to, if you're going to have a relationship with anybody, it doesn't matter what race they are. If you're going to have a relationship with anybody, you should be with that person because of who they are. You be with that person for who they are, not for what they are. A black woman, she's a woman before she's black. A white woman, she's a woman before she's white. Okay? She's a woman first, white second. Same with black woman. She's a woman first, black second. Okay? It's not the other way around. So you should be with that woman because of who she is as a person. And I think if I was a white woman, that would be like a slap in the face to me. It's like, I see you putting down your women all the time and dogging out your women and talking bad about your women, and and I would be thinking, okay, well, are you with me because I'm white, or are you with me because of who I am? I think I would think that they would have an issue with that they would take issue with that. But I think a lot of them look at it as a ego boost. Maybe it's some type of an ego boost to hear black men, the black men do that. I don't know. But me personally, I would have a problem with it. If a white man was dating me and he was constantly downgrading and putting down his own women and saying, that's why, I got my black woman here, and I'll be looking at him like, are you with me because I'm a black woman, or are you with me because of who I am as a person? I want somebody to be with me because they love me as a person, as the person that I am, not because of me being black, because my race does not define me. I'm not defined by my race. I'm a woman first before I'm black. See, but society's gonna look at me and say that's a black woman. But I'm a woman first. I'm a human being first. I'm a woman. I'm a human woman, and then I'm black. Being black is just my race. It's just my ethnic makeup. It's not who I am. My race does not define who I am. I don't think anybody's race defines them. If you're defined by your race, you're seriously deluded. If you go around acting like you're defined by your race, then you're kind of deluded, because at the end of the day, it's about the heart. It's about what's in the heart, what's in your mind. It's about what's in your heart. What kind of a person that you are, what kind of a personality you have. It's about what's in your heart. It's not about your race, and you're not even about what you look like, because beauty's only skin deep. So at the end of the day, if these guys, they should be with that woman because they love her as a person and met her, and they hit it off, and they like their personality and all that, and probably like maybe the way she looked, maybe found her attractive. But then once they got past the physical stuff, they found out she was a nice person and they had a good chemistry and they hit it off. I can accept that. That's cool. That's wonderful. I have a friend that she's white and she dates a lot of black guys, and I've been friends with her for years. You know, um, you know, that's what she likes. That's her preference. Is what she likes. So, but I met her and we hit it off, and you know we became friends. I met her on a job that I had, and she's got three beautiful biracial daughters. We're still cool today. You know, been knowing her for years, and she loves black guys. So I don't have a problem with it. Um, what I have a problem is I think what a lot of black women have a problem with is putting us down to justify your reasons for being with that white woman. Don't do that. If you're with a white woman, good. That's good for you. um, Nobody's bills are going to stop being paid because you're with this person. And at the end of the day, what does that have to do with me and my life or anybody else's life? That's fine if that's what you want to do, but don't dog out your own race of women. I'm just so tired of that, and a lot of black women have a problem with that. So I just want to get that point across. Most black women in the black women that do have a problem with it, it's probably because of other reasons. It's probably a very small percentage. It's probably a very small percentage of black women that do have a problem with it for other reasons. Like they say, well, they see us in a store and they give us a hard time. Well, personally, I've never seen a black woman do that. I've never seen a black woman give an interracial couple with a black man and white woman a hard time. I've never personally done it. I don't believe in that. First of all, it's not a Christian thing to do. And even before I became a Christian, I didn't do that. I just don't do that. It's ignorant. It's stupid. I don't even know you, so why I'm a trip about who you with? And I mean, why I'm a, give you and your mate a hard time, and I don't even know you, So I think it's stupid. I think it's ignorant. I've never witnessed any other black women doing that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I've never witnessed it. I've never saw it. I've never done it myself, and I've never ever seen another black woman do it. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I think they sometimes that's exaggerated, that it doesn't happen as often as they say it does. But I think that a lot of black women don't have a problem with it. It's just we just have a problem with the fact that you're dogging us out and you're bashing us to justify your reasons for dating a white woman. Don't do that, because it just makes you sound like, well, you're just with this woman because of who she is and not what she is. And that's actually that's a slap in her face. It's like a slap in her face, because are you really with her because of who she is, or because of the fact that she's a white woman? So think about that the next time you go to say, well, black women, first of all, it's not true. Not all black women are the same. It was just the ones that you encountered. It was just the ones that you encounter. And like I've said in other videos, you are the common denominator of your relationships. Okay? So you have to take responsibility for the choices that you make as far as picking your mates, your mate selection. You are the common denominator of your relationship. So if you pick those type of women, well, you know, if you were with those type of women, those were the type of women that you picked. So it has nothing to do with the rest of us black women out here. It was the choices that you made. Everybody's got to take responsibility for the choices that they made in our mate selection. So just stop doing that. We're getting tired of black men doing that. You know, stop bashing us to justify your choices. Okay, I might talk about this further. Sweet June 2010.